On Monday last, there was a very, very disturbing incident that took place on the Guyana-Venezuela border, in which 6 members of our armed forces were injured, some more seriously than others. We would have expected that by now the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Foreign Relations would have been convened to brief at least our members of Parliament on the incident, the circumstances surrounding the incident, so that all of us Guyanese can be on board, particularly our parliamentary representatives, in relation to what happened there. There is also a ministerial task force on the border. We would have thought, again, that that task force would have been briefed on what had happened at the border, and that all parliamentary parties would have been brought up to date with what appeared to be a threat to our sovereignty, even though it is disguised as a singular incident. These are matters of grave national importance on which there is no difference between the political parties, both in and out of Parliament, in terms of the protection of our sovereignty. And so we are calling today for the Parliamentary Standing Committee on Foreign Relations to be immediately convened, as well as the Ministerial Task Force on the border. Again, as national parliamentary parties, we thought that the Army ought to have briefed by now, it's 4 days, all the parliamentary parties and perhaps non-parliamentary parties on the developments that took place on Monday the 17th. We are completely unaware of that, and at the minimum, the Leader of the Opposition should have been notified as an important stakeholder in regard to this. Additionally, there are several border communities which are now quite exposed to the actions of the criminal element along the Guyana-Venezuela border. We have not heard of what measures are likely to be taken or have already been taken to protect those vulnerable communities. As you know, most of those communities have probably a single police station with 1 police officer who is perhaps a civilian, and quite a few of those communities do not have even a police station. Given the fact that the reports suggest that 1, possibly 2 members of the criminal gang have been killed, there is likely to be some sort of retaliatory action